the advantage in the draft, or are you okay with Liquid's setup?
I'm okay with Liquid's setup. I think both teams have overall pretty solid drafts. I think the key for Liquid was how they utilized their last pick. This is a sick Viper game. This hero has a good lane matchup no matter who he's against. The break against both Bristle and Troll Warlord. You get to disable the Entangle, so the roots from the Berserker's Rage, as well as the Fervor attack speed with the break. So it's a very good Viper game. I think important for Liquid is that they've stuck to their Liquid picks. Like, just because Pexu's there, they haven't, like, you know, completely changed up their drafts. I believe, looking at it, it was actually Boxy drafting. So
okay,
it's not like Pexu
was
actually the one coming in and, like, taking over, doing his own drafts. It was just still basically a Liquid draft.
Pexu, swing and a miss on his first play. The stroke of fate, not quite hitting mind control, but it looks like it won't matter. They'll still get this first blood, and hopefully they'll start denying all these creeps, because Koifa's obviously going to be missing some CS himself. But this is a good start. We've seen plenty of Bristlebacks doing this. It was probably about 3-4 weeks ago. Bristlebacks were just cutting. They were playing mid, and they were cutting the wave nonstop. This is how you deal with bad matchups.
Yeah, I remember seeing a game where Envy was doing this, so he didn't even have that bad of a matchup. He was just doing it to pull waves to neutral creeps and get, like, super farm with it. But, yeah, Mind Control misses a lot of XP, pretty much most of the first wave. Koifa only misses one creep and is off to a fantastic start.
That other deny was from Pexu.
Oh, nice.
So they denied all 4 outside of Mind Control's range, so...
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a rough start for him, but we'll see how it goes. Definitely a lot more effective in pubs than it is in pro games, as we can see. Just the rotation of 2 supports makes that play a lot harder, so I'm not sure if Mind Control's going to keep that up. Like, if he's going to try it again, it may be too dangerous.
Yeah, they were so ready for it. I think for now, the low-level Viper you can deal with just fine in lane. You're not dealing with any kind of early Nether Toxin. You don't really have the mana to support it on Viper, so at least for now, while you've got Viper low-level, just play the mid lane as much as possible.
Yeah.
He's got a CS advantage. He's 9-1 to the 5-3 of Viper. Viper has a wave pushing tower, but will maintain a farm advantage.
Yeah, no regen for Koifa. He didn't pull anything in for him. So, those quills might actually get a tad bit annoying. They're still running the Mickey, not safe lane Void Spirit in this sense, but it is still the same net worth position for them, as we've seen them do it a couple times. They're going to Grimstroke that combination. Koifa does manage to bring down Mind Control.
Ooh, that's a big kill. I think this lane was kind of in a place where Mind Control was going to be able to play the lane, and Koifa just outplays him, gets another kill. He had the regen coming on Curry and was just trying to stick around a bit too long.
And we've seen before how bad it is to get totally dominated in the mid lane matchup against some of these heroes. Because most of the time I feel like we watch these mid lanes, it's like, oh, that person won, and that like, winning means they're up by, like, maybe 8 CS or something like that. Because we don't really get those lane dominators like this Viper, but with Limp, and now we're seeing Koifa playing it, it's a rather different kind of winning. Winning means that you're, like, 2 levels above your opponent.
Yeah, Mind Control realizes what he's going to do, which is just go back for the wave cutting. But he missed 2 waves, so the wave when he respawned was already fighting Koifa's wave, and then a second wave ran by him as he was going behind the tower. So he's missing a lot of farm, a lot of XP to do this. But he is going to make up for it by grabbing some neutral camps.
Koifa very quickly pushed out the lane and then rotated back, so they're going to catch Mind Control again here. We'll see if they can actually bring him down. Taiga's just got to make sure to stay out of distance of these quills, and it should be a free kill for everybody. Koifa is given the last hit. And more denies, too. Can't forget about that.
Yeah. And the thing about these plays, it's just smart rotations. Like, there's nothing flashy or fancy about what Koifa's doing. He's playing a Viper. This is not like one of those heroes that ever stands out for making, like, oh, sick Viper plays, but just punishing the greed of Mind Control. And once you fall behind, this hero, it's suffocating. You're just going to fall further and further behind. Once you start to lose your lane, you heavily lose your lane.
Ever so barely. Pexu does manage to get out, because that last Purifying Flames may have killed him, but Fairy Fire puts him out of range. Mickey is getting full CS in the top lane, so they're doing quite well there, despite being matched up against a range carry in the Troll. Everything seems to be A-okay.
Yeah, it's good news for Liquid when they see how much they're crushing the mid lane. As long as your other 2 side lanes are in even places, you feel pretty good about where the game's at, and both their other 2 cores getting decent form in their lanes.
I feel like Mickey having a good game is particularly important because that's their best way to be able to shut down the Oracle, right? They don't have the most mobile heroes, but Mickey could do it solo every time. Pexu is going to be brought down, but they are going to rotate in Taiga and maybe kill Miracle here. Kuro, he's just laying damage into Taiga. Taiga has some stick charges, though. They need a little bit more damage to finish off Miracle here. The Simulate lands on top of him, but they're still lacking in the damage. That last hit is not going to be enough as the stick charges go off, and now Mickey has been pushed underneath the tower, rooted up, dispelled of his physical shield. The Brambles actually came out and almost grabbed Miracle and brought him down, but instead it's Mickey who falls. Kuro, he's going to be backing away from the Dark Willow, but a really terrible exchange there for Liquid.
Yeah, Miracle just kind of baiting them in. Miracle, very good laning player, and him and Kuro just pulling them in further and further and punish the aggression.
Now the Dark Willow's top lane, they're like, okay, cool, he showed himself. This guy's solo. Let's just run him over.
Yeah, with 2 points in this chakra, they've got plenty of constant spam kill potential, 3 points in Sleight of Fist, so we're starting to see that low cooldown Sleight of Fist spam really take over bottom. And I think it's important that Weeha has a good game, because with how mid has gone, Bristol's still just level 4, and the fact that Troll, is going to take some time to come online. He's a Troll. It's up to Weeha to have a really good mid game.
Trying to finish off Kuro here. Taiga does it. Nice pick off for him. 6-minute power runes are coming up. Koifa pushing this wave into the tower. It's a siege wagon wave as well. So very important that GH snags up the power rune. It's an invis, so nothing too strong here. But mind control is going to be wrapped on here. The siege wagon wave pushing in. They know this is a good opportunity to make some rotations, especially with Koifa being level 6, now level 7. A blast, purifying flames. Is that going to be enough? It is. They get the counter kill.
Huge damage output. 2 points in the Illuminate. Not prioritizing blinding light at all, and it pays off here. GH making a really nice first Illuminate from Invis, and was still Invis because he insta-cast it. So got a second one because of it, and
Weeha, is he actually going to get run down here? Boxy keeping vision, but no. Doesn't have another boar for a while. And so close to level 6, too.
Yeah. Just had one of those creeps die in the wave and managed to be in XP range. It could have been a kill, but not the case, and Weeha's come back in. Boxy needs to be careful. He could be in some trouble here.
Boxy still has his Primal Roar if he feels like he needs to use it here. Will-O-Wisp is going to go out. He's going to be controlled up. The Primal Roar finally going down, but he's controlled for too long. That blast from the Connell is going to do enough. So now those side lanes are getting a little harder here. We've seen the Beastmaster die twice. Mickey's CS has fallen off as well.
And I like this from Koifa. He's taking over the enemy jungle, knowing that they're going for some of these catch-up bristleback stacks. He finds Kuro, which is a free kill and potentially more. They also want Miracle. Mickey's jumping.
Oh, they grab him with the Aether Remnant. I think they could have killed him.
Yeah.
But no. It's a swing and a miss there, and now it just comes down to controlling up these stacks. Yep. Members of Nigma keep on flowing into this jungle to try and protect it.
Yeah, both teams coming here with a lot of heroes, a lot of cores. I think in the end, the main priority for Liquid is not to let Bristleback solo farm it and get a lot of gold and XP. So if, like 5 or 6 heroes are splitting the XP and you're kind of splitting the gold between both teams 50-50, which is what happened, that's good.
It's a hasted Viper cruising on through, and Mind Control is still farming this area now. They do see him. They have some very defensive vision, but Koifa is going to run into this triple stack here. Says, okay, nice. See if I can farm that. Only one level of the Nether Toxin makes it a bit difficult. Now that his haste is purged out, even harder.
So we'll be Nigma in the end with control over their own jungle, and as good of a game as Viper is having, it's Nigma with a 1k gold lead, doing a bit better in those side lanes. The hero combos, the Coddle Ember, and the Troll Oracle just getting the better of these lanes.
Six to 5. Weeha chased away in this bottom lane as Boxy looks to control this hard camp.
Looks like Liquid just...
Okay, this is a big pick-off. They can get it. Miracle is going to be slowed down here. Kuro is able to purge him off, deny all that magic damage, and it's a lot of magic damage, too. He survives in the fountain. Mickey does have his dissimulation to be able to jump away from this, but now he's out of mana, in some trouble. 6 stick charges and an Aether Remnant that's coming up, but not soon enough. A Purifying Flames puts him in the grave. Weehaw has expended most of his mana now, but Koifa, similar story here, and with 2 supports behind him, Koifa cannot push for more. What about this stack, though?
Yeah, it's only level 2 Nether Toxin, so Koifa can't steal it all too fast, and Nigma's going to rotate in with the Illuminate to make sure that...
Look at him pulling him back farther because he knows the Illuminate is going to be coming in. Mind control. Oh, Foxy. He ran into a world of hurt there. That was them clearing through an ancient stack, and it was both the troll and the bristleback that was there. Peksu, he's going to give up his life in order to grab the bounty rune, but a double kill from mind control will help him get back into the game.
Yeah, I think Liquid conceptually kind of have got the right idea, which is to contest all these stacks, because Nigma's just out farming them with Bristle, Troll, Coddle Ember, all these heroes that farm stacks and are winning the farm game, but they're kind of just doing it in a way where they never have enough numbers.
Can they kill him fast enough before his ult goes off? Well, he doesn't have it, so never mind.
This time they're successful, but it feels like a few times they're going for these stacks, they're just getting punished for it.
Foxy's coming in, see if he can bail out Koifa here. This is very important to be able to save this Viper. They managed to get the double Soulbind into the double Silence, now the double Poison Strike, and they are both gonna fall. Koifa survives. Peksu, the stand-in, to the rescue. And now it looks like GH, they'll probably get caught as well. The Bramble's gonna go off. GH, look at him trying to body block as much as possible. Sticks on top of him. GH hoping for a Roshan deny, but won't get there fast enough.
Great moves for Liquid. Finding the troll, then Nigma get a bit too aggressive on that top side of the map because they saw what Liquid were doing down bottom near their Ancient, so they thought they could just go diving for that kill, but Liquid responded appropriately, and Peksu, importantly, hitting that level 6. It was a bit under leveled, got the experience tome, and that kind of is what allowed him to get that Soulbind off and turn things around. We'll see it again here. It's all started with Miracle getting picked off, and the second Nigma see this, they're like, okay, let's go dive this top side of the map. We feel like we've got a numbers advantage.
Yeah. And they certainly did until Exu showed up. He TP'd into that mid-tier 2 tower and showed up just.
Yeah, just wasn't quite confident enough to go for the Viper kill earlier, and the Oracle even started healing him up a little bit with that Purifying Flames, not bursting him down quick enough.
Nigma is still leading in net worth thanks to still controlling most of those stacks.
GH in some trouble top. He's gonna get picked off. That's a level 9 Coddle. Holy crap, he's high level.
Yeah, he certainly is. He was probably around for a lot of the stacking that was going on.
Yeah.
He had a contested. Oh! That is a dead Void Spirit. Nice play from Weehaw, too, having jumping to the Spirit that was on the other side of the river. Just in case.
And we talk about Weehaw and his unique hero pool a lot, but Ember is, I'd still say, one of his best heroes, and definitely his best meta hero right now. So I think good to see Nigma picking this up for him. Could be in some trouble mid
a little bit here. He does manage to get off his Spirit, and he's going to run down the river. Kuro, he's going to be the one in trouble here. The Terrorize is going to stop that TP just in the nick of time.
Quick, but 9 kills. We're just 13 minutes in, and he's got 9 kills. Fantastic game from him. Hyper-aggressive play. And only 1 death when he's been playing like often in the enemy jungle contesting stacks.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This game getting very difficult now.
That slight spam is so annoying. This is why in previous tournaments the Coddle Ember was a combination that was never to be given up, but that has fallen by the wayside, no longer getting banned anymore.
Yeah, it's just crazy now with the Chakra affecting all your spells as well. It's the slight spam combined with Searing Chains also having like a 4-second cooldown when you apply that Chakra.
Yeah.
Both those spells, it's like 700-800 damage just instantly to any Radiant hero with a double Sleight of Fist Searing Chains.
With the Illuminate spam from the Keeper of the Light, they're able to keep all the lanes pushed in. Not all of them, but a lot of them, making it harder and harder for Liquid to make these kind of incursions into the jungle. They're going to try again here, smoke up, but they're running straight into Mickey. Now, if Mickey can dodge some of this, he can get away to his team, but it looks like he's just rooted up for too long, man. Shackled into Fortune's End into Shackle. That's just disgusting. Now the Coddle's going to be bailed out by the False Promise, and this Liquid Smoke is going to turn into disaster. Or maybe it's going to be Weon in some trouble here. He's actually silenced up. Inkswell stunned on the low ground. He dies before he can jump away. Now Koifa starts laying out some damage with the Boars and the Poison Slow. Miracle's not going anywhere. Threatens the Terrorize. Here comes Mind Control. Miracle's finally going to pop his ultimate here under threat of the Dark Will, but he's quite low. Mind Control does manage to get the kill on it, Peksu, but it looks like eventually Miracle's going to run himself to death here. Terrorize going out. Can they bail out Koifa? He can't get the last Quill. They did no damage to him, so the passive never procs. He doesn't get the kill to kill him, but he'll be able to tear everybody else up here. It looks like Mike's come back into it with the help of Koifa. He's healed up a little bit. They're going to be able to run down that Bristleback, and Oracle's going to die. But Koifa, he came back in, but he was low health, and it looks like Weehaw trapped inside the shackles. Will manage to get the Viper kill, but Mickey's still gunning for it. And with the help of the Hellbear, they should manage to bring down Weehaw for a second time, unless the Jackals, the Aether, and it snagged him on just the very edge. It pulls him right into the Resonant Pulse that gets the kill. Weehaw dies twice in that fight.
Wow, you can see why Liquid love to play with this Void Spirit and this aggressive style we're seeing from Mickey and the whole team. What a sick team fight from them. Nigma, both teams smoking at the same time, playing around the same part of the map. Nigma get the initial kill, but Liquid player on the Tiger. GH's reaction to get that Will-O-Wisp off is fantastic. Unfortunately for him, he actually blinding lights Foxy out of his Will-O-Wisp, which probably would have pulled him a second time. And I think Nigma just chased a little bit too far, and when you're playing against Beastmaster Boars and Viper with all his poison, you're just going to get kited for days.
It does go to show, though, that Mind Control is definitely back into the game. He is a big-time threat, because they ignored him, right, in order to force out that Troll Ultimate. He got right in the middle of everyone and was dishing out so much damage. Look at how he just pummeled Koifa.
Yeah, and I think that's important because he's the one that can help prevent the Troll from getting kited. He runs in, soaks up a lot of damage, deals with the Boars with his Quill Sprays, ideally just kind of runs at the Viper as well. You're going to get broken, but...
Miracle, is he silenced up? He barely gets off his ultimate. Wow. Damn, he killed that Phantom's Embrace quick. They're probably going to try and stick around with the Terrorize onto 3. That should be a pretty easy way for them to secure this Miracle kill, unless he's actually healed up too much from the Oracle. It's looking like it. That Will-O-Wisp beautifully placed, catches the rest of Liquid. They couldn't follow it up. Miracle survives, and Taiga, he may be the only one to escape from this deadly team fight. 3 versus 5 as Nigma bring the reinforcements.
That must have been so close. False Promise ended and Miracle still had like 50 health, so just enough healing dished out to keep Miracle alive. And Nigma playing this constant, you want to run at us, we're going to brawl you. Both teams just constantly fighting here. Very action-packed game. 17 to 16. Both teams at a kill a minute. And neither side looking like they're going to let go and create an environment just to farm for the late game. Miracle, the one player, maybe playing more on the greedy side, going for that Battle Fury on Troll. But outside of that, especially on the Liquid side, you want to fight and just keep fighting early.
Yeah. Battle Fury, almost done for the Troll. Spirit Vessel, almost done for the Dark Will. That's going to be potentially really good. We'll see how the Oracle is able to counterplay, because he can't just purge it off with Fortune's End. Koifa working on very early BKB here. Is there any other item updates that I've missed? Deso almost done for the Void Spirit.
Yep, some of those tier 2 neutral items also coming into play now. The Troll found an Imp Claw.
Sure.
Essence Ring. Nothing too crazy or like perfectly synergized for any one specific hero. But we'll see. Nigma look to... I think the key for them is just fighting around Weeha's Ember and the Chakra Ember combo. He's got Spirit Vessel. He's fairly tanky now, 1800 health, so he can dish out a lot of damage with the Illuminate behind him. And GH's max Illuminate, I think recognizing that with the control from the Searing Chains, you're generally going to get a lot of Illuminate damage out in the fight.
Yeah.
So anyone caught in a Sleight of Fist Searing Chains is going to get chewed apart.
Was it who was it that we watched him play Coddle and didn't get Blast?
I remember
Similar
that game.
here. And did just the same thing, 2-0-4.
It was one of the tier 2 teams, because it was one of those games where I think it was against the Lycan, and it was just like, they really needed at least 1 point in Blinding Light that game.
Yeah. It is concerning. Liquid, they may have won that last engagement simply because Void Spirit came back in and killed that Ember. It was something crazy, like a 5 for 6 or something like that. But it's still, I feel like Liquid should be winning fights harder. right? I mean, they don't have heroes that really scale super well compared to like Troll.
Yeah. I think they're a bit afraid to fight now because Nigma, outside of the Troll, have fully come online and are pretty much ready to fight now. And Viper's in this awkward mid-game phase, pre-BKB, where if you try teamfight into Nigma, this Viper will just get blown up. Liquid don't have any save, so you just jump on the Viper, blow Viper up, and there goes the majority of your damage in teamfight. So I think it's kind of tricky for Quakefa pre-BKB to take full 5v5s.
Yeah, so until they try and like once they finish up the BKB, the Deso, like maybe they'll be a little bit happier just running at Nigma, but for now they're going to try and take sneaky pickoffs here. They were thinking about going up to the top lane into the Bristleback, then thought better of it and tried to play the high ground for a free kill. If they had stuck around, maybe they could have caught the Ember Spirit, but they are now going to go for it. Bristleback is going to be under assault here, but he has the Hood of Defiance and a lot of strength. This is an ill-advised kill attempt, and they're going to be sandwiched in now as Miracle comes in from the side, catches Peksu. Now Ember Spirit jumping forward is going to be able to find Weehaw, slowing him down, first the clumsy net, ball of Shackles, a Terrorize that hits 2 cores, but doesn't stop the Ember Spirit from dishing out the damage that finishes off Koipa. 2 dead on side of Liquid, and they're right next to Roshan. With the Bristleback Troll lineup, they can do Rosh really easily.
Yeah. I mean, you dove probably one of the most ill-advised targets. Even when you have break, it's just not really worth going on mind control. He wants to soak up damage, and it just goes horribly for him.
Now the Will-O-Wisp is going to be able to catch some heroes. Nigma making sure to push outside of the pit, just in case Liquid do like try and interrupt at the perfect timing. Nice double soulbind here with the Inkswell on top of 2, but Boxy, he may die too quickly. The explosion does go off, but he still goes down without killing anybody because Oracle saves all the damage that was put onto Weehaw. Mickey catches mind control mid-play here, but this is like Liquid scrambling to defend a Roshan, but losing hero after hero for it.
Yeah, it's this Viper squishiness without BKB where you try and teamfight, you're not mobile, you just get, if you get gone on, you just get blown up, and we saw it in the top fight. Ember also had an Arcane Rune, which was a big problem in that fight, and they're just constantly finding picks from one to the next. Nigma have so much long-range initiation with this Ember, and they're just punishing Liquid for poking their noses out of their base.
Add another kill. Peksu gets too close to the Roshan pit. Ember Spirit jumping back to his Remnant, finds him.
So Quakefa will get some alone time down bottom to finish off his BKB. That's the key item, but now that Troll's online with an Aegis and finishes off the Yashigo with his Battlefield, this Troll's ready to fight now. He's going to be hitting level 15, so he's going to be a pretty strong force now. Having the BKB, so you're less worried about that Nether Toxin.
Grabs the double damage before Mickey could hit him with the Aether Remnant.
He might still chase down Mickey here.
They tried to do a cutesy little Fortune's End mixed with Sleight of Fist play.
That would have been really crazy.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I think Fortune's End might move too slow.
Yeah, I would never catch the Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, maybe if he was like 6 or 7 targets all in the same area, he would stick around Sleight of Fisting long enough, but...
Here come Nigma, Weehaw, leading the way with his double damage. That's going to be a dead Peksu.
Yeah, deja vu.
Yep. Can they get more? Doesn't look like it, and... Koiko's going to be careful, mate. He's got the BKB now, but you don't want to just be popping that to TP away or to keep yourself alive. You want to take a team fight around this item. But probably, ideally, you just stall this game out for this Aegis to expire. Teamfighting into this Aegis seems like a tricky proposition. But Liquid definitely on a bit of a timer with their draft, and they are losing ground quickly.
Seems like Nigma have a pretty good read of how strong they are, but did they step too far? Doesn't look like it at all. The Terrorize comes out, but Boxy's already dead. That Will-O-Wisp still being a very potent way to control team fights. Turn around, double soulbind with a buyback coming in. Can they get the double primal roar? Very important. They do manage to get off. Stunning up Weehaw and finishing off mind control. Kuro's going to be cleaned up by Taiga in the back as well. Miracle and GH making a way to safety, but a good buyback there from Liquid. Doesn't change the fact that they are still super behind, though.
Yeah, this Grimstroke the Soulbind seems to be the key spell for these team fights for Liquid. Anytime they can get that off on 2 targets, ideally anybody plus Ember Spirit, they can actually bring them down. They've got really good spells around it as well. Nigma still have themselves in Aegis for a couple of minutes though, so when they respawn, they may look to take another team fight. I think they just kind of stuck around a bit too long, particularly after they won the initial engagement. They already committed their Coddle ultimate, which is a very key spell, I feel. It's most of their kind of AoE lockdown in their team fight, so... Man, GH is also insanely farmed. Feels like he's playing like a 3 position this game.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Once he gets a Lotus Orb, it's going to be hard to play around. A lot of single target abilities on Liquid. Especially when it's so heavily telegraphed with Soulbind.
Yeah.
It's like, you know they're going to be throwing spells at one of those 2 targets.
Smoking up, knowing bounty runes are coming soon. Liquid may get caught up by this.
They're going to try and blow up Kuro here as they see an opportunity and should be dying here. Let's see if Mickey gets out. It looks like with the Inkswell, Mind Control cannot pressure him any further.
Yeah, once Kuro dies, Nigma feel a lot more hesitant to go for any kind of aggressive dives. They don't have that false promise to back him up.
Thought about a Yules. Looks like it's Blink Dagger instead for Taiga, BKB, or sorry, S and Y. It's almost done for our Troll.
I think Taiga probably just looking to get to the back lines. The Oracle, particularly, anytime you're playing against an Oracle draft, you want a hero that can try to jump the back lines. They've got Void Spirit, you mentioned he's the kind of only answer to the Oracle, so this will give them a second hero to help burst down Kuro.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Mind Control, he's way out here and he's all by himself right now, so he's going to be pulled back in. The Aether Remnant allows them to be able to do some damage directly to the face, but they don't control the outpost, and they've run out of their burst damage here. Reminder that he reduces magic damage by 50% on the Bristleback, because he's got the hood and he's got the double bracers. So this is just not a good idea unless you're bringing like 5 people to the engagement.
Yeah. Mind controls definitely itemized just to keep himself alive, knowing that he's going to enable his cores by just standing in the front lines and being not maybe unkillable, but very difficult to kill. It's going to force Liquid to throw a lot of spells at him, which otherwise would free up the Troll, the Ember, to have a pretty free teamfight environment.
So with the BKB done for the Troll, the BKB done for the Bristleback, and Ember almost done with his BKB, what do you do? If like 3 of your heroes only put magic damage out?
Yeah, you've got Roar to deal with BKBs, but you have no damage to go through BKBs, so it's a big problem.
Turn around, Mind Control immediately pops his BKB, so that break mechanic not doing much. Kuro is going to be the first target for Mickey, but now he's got to get out. Doesn't have any more astral steps. Going to use the Dissimulate to get a little bit farther away.
Liquid's doing a good job just like poking in and then jumping out. Like they get a kill and then just try to get out. They are trading kind of a core for a support, but it's so hard to teamfight into these BKBs that you just got to kind of go in, kill a support, force out a BKB, and then just disengage. Even if you trade a core for a support, getting these BKBs down to 5 seconds is kind of like their long-term game plan. It feels like that's how they win this game, is fighting the 5-second BKB.
Taiga throwing out all of his spells here because he doesn't have a TP.
All right.
Not sure what this positioning was. Well, he didn't have BKB, or a TP rather. It just seemed weird.
On some deep scouting missions.
Either way, good fast, clumsy net there from Mind Control. As it's been passed over, Weehaw used to have it, now he's got the Quickening Charm, because, yeah, you already had the Coddle.
Fun times.
This combination's gross, man. I don't know why it ever went away.
Ember Coddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Coddle as a hero kind of fell off.
Miracle, making a break for it. They do manage to catch up. A good 4-staff into a Primal Roar. Now, there's lots of Nigma's members coming, and they do have BKB plus Ultimate. So they're going to turn around. Now the rest of Nigma is here. They're going to be able to catch up. That's 2 cores dead, and it's just a grab bag at this point. Whoever you can get, disable them, we'll kill them. It's going to be 4. It looks like the only one to get away is Mickey. And this is where Nigma probably break open the base.
Yeah, I think that fight there, going on Miracle, he just BKB's turns. He doesn't even need his teammates to win that 1v2.
No.
I think that kind of seals the deal. Liquid don't really have a comeback plan with their drop. They don't have that big carry to fall back on. Void Spirit's this like mid-game tempo carry, Viper's this early to mid-game kind of lane dominator into mid-game dominator, and that hasn't really happened. So, very likely Nigma just going to roll over this game from here on out. They can get map control, secure Roche number 2, and play around that.
BKB wants to be able to kill Weehaw, but he's still had his spirit up.
He has, whoa, his remnant was really far deep, but he's still alive.
Control, he can wait. He'll deal with back to a protection, or at least my control will. Tanks it up for him. We'll watch that fight again. They weren't close to killing him before he popped his ultimate with BKB. And they weren't close to getting in and out before the rest of Nigma was here, so...
Yeah, they, like you said, weren't close, and he gets those kills even without the support rotation, but the supports and the whole team rotating just means it goes from him getting 1 or 2 kills to the 4 hero kills that we saw there. Very dominant stuff, and yeah, Liquid just, their lineup doesn't address these BKBs at all, so I don't think this game is going to be looking a whole lot better for them anytime soon. Wood Spirit goes down.
Okay, they can blow up Kuro right away. They actually put a Lotus Orb on him, so he still manages to get off his ultimate here. And Troll, he came in from behind, takes down Taiga. Mind Control's there with him too, so those two certainly aren't escaping. Looks like everybody else who ran to the left might be able to get away. Quepa or Staff's the other side of the cliff just to give him a bit of extra running distance away from Mind Control, but Mind Control's so fast, and Weehaw's here, and he hit the shackles.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it for Viper's game, and he's the top net worth hero, so when his game feels kind of over, it's a big problem for everyone in the game. Miracle, the late game troll warlord, well and truly online.
He's just popping his ultimate because he can now.
Yep. Pummel his way through some buildings, and Nigma at this point have certainly secured game 1.
Yeah. 22-34 looks to be the end score here, unless Taiga's going to give him a few more kills before the game ends. Kind of pokes his head out. Abyssal Blade is almost done for the Troll, so if you thought he was deadly before, now being able to have a sort of semi-blink to get on top of heroes like this Void Spirit, that much harder. Mickey is going to go in with the Astral Step, immediately gets targeted and controlled up by the Troll. They do manage to get the Roar out there with Soulbind bouncing over to the Oracle as well, but sadly, they don't have the damage to follow it up. A beautiful Terrorize on a 4, but Weehaw, it gets taken off him pretty quickly thanks to Lotus Orb from the Coddle. He keeps on going, takes down Foxy, looks to control up a little bit more, bailed out by the Oracle with a False Promise. See if he actually lives through this one. He's not taking any magic damage right now, but he still pops. Throne is still exposed, but Liquid are going to fight to the bitter end here. Mind Control, his BKB is wearing out. Looks like Nigma are going to be forced back, potentially, unless Miracle can finish him off. But Mickey's going to jump forward, manage to kill Curl, kill that back line. Miracle goes for Taiga here, jumps over with his Abyssal Blade onto Koipa. It's going to be pushed back by the Hurricane. Pike kited around. Maybe he still has Sylphin turns. Oh, Jesus, immediately ensnares up Void Spirit and does manage to kill that Viper. Plenty of heroes from Enigma start swarming the Liquid base. And now it is well and truly over. Where's the Rampage, Peksu? You can't hide from Miracle. He wants it, and he'll have it before the throne explodes. 24